Alrighty. I think I got everything right. Got my reference image, got my camera working alright. Got my headset slightly incorrectly adjusted. And test. I'm gonna leave that. It's probably really quiet right now, the music is, but it's gonna get louder, so. I think tonight it'll be mostly via Luna, just because I have a nice playlist for that, and it's nice to listen to. Yeah, that looks like about the right level. If anyone watching this later, if that level's too loud relative to my voice, let me know, because it looks about right on my meters, but those are never perfect, so. Anyway, what we have is... Let me pull up a bigger version of the picture that's in the upper right now. That is a little loud. Bring it down just a little. So, we have this thing, which I cannot find a name for anywhere on the internet. I've posted in a couple of different places now, can't find any good information. Go check the Reddit thread. I asked an RCNC earlier today to try and find the name of this thing, but somebody called it an origin indicator. A couple of people have called it a gnomon, so I'm going to do a quick just gnomon indicator. 3-axis gnomon. Gnomon. This is what I did for a good hour earlier today, is just Google every variation of, let's see, what else were the names? Origin indicator, Mastercam gnomon, Cartesian origin indicator. But, like, no matter what I do, it's like you can see that the images that come up are never the thing that I care about. So I've had a little bit of success with some names, but it's just never consistent. So the goal today is I have one, which is the one that I took a picture of from work, and I'm going to replicate it because why not? So the tricky part is, I don't know how well you can see the backside of that, but these aren't all three the same. The red one's got a little bit of an extra lip to it, which I'm not really a huge fan of. I think these parts can all be the same so that you could... Oh, well, I guess that would let you make left-hand things, which isn't great, but my goal really is to have all three of these come together in a way that they're magnetically stuck together, and then there's magnets on the back of them as well. So we're just gonna start, I think. Let's get some basic dims. So my calipers are kind of stiff for some reason. They're bent? I hope not. That would suck. Anyway, I got this sort of overall length here, 3 3/4 inches roughly. I'm gonna do this all in millimeters because I'm big my own rules. And it's about 20 millimeters across. And let's see, 20 millimeters. It's about 60 to the base of the arrow. I'm just gonna have to guess for how I want that angle to look, so. Feels like my calipers are bent or something. They're a little stiff. Anyway, sketch. We're gonna go with the, well, hang on, how are these oriented? I think it's gonna be easiest to think about this from the front plane as sort of a triangle that comes up like this. So, that's what we're gonna do. 20 across, 100 tall, 60 here. Actually, you know what? It was 18 across, and that narrowness I think did help, so. And we're gonna bring this angle down to little sharper. And then it is roughly 9mm thick. So we're just going to stick with that. Features, extruded, sketch please. 9 mils. Looks good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is realize that I should have done a 3D sketch first. So, because I want this thing to be rotationally symmetric, it makes sense to start with the features that are going to control that down the line. So, 3D sketch, point at the origin, and then I'm going to draw 3 perpendicular lines, and I'll make them probably some unit length. Oops, that one didn't get aligned. Okay, all 3 of those. I guess I just have to pick these 3 because there's still a point at the origin. Why did I put a point at the origin? I don't need a point at the origin. Make all these equal. Pick one of them. Say you're 50 long. Make these guys all equal. And then add that guy right there, which is going to be the angle we rotate around. Looks fine. Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's get rid of this guy. And instead I'm going to add an axis. Because that will look... I think that just makes more sense. I'm going to turn on visibility for axes though. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to fit this together, and I have no idea. Okay, got some idea. Let's come back to the front. What I want to do basically is cut out a bit in here so that when I rotate, I'll rotate this around 3 times, it comes out looking clean. So I'm going to add a quick circular pattern at the end here designed to pattern the body. So whatever I have at the end is going to get patterned equally 3 times around this axis. Which looks super jacked up right now, but that's fine. I'm going to fix that slowly but surely. Start with probably an extruded cut on the front plane. Yeah, front plane. And I'm realizing I want to hide this axis now, so super gross to leave your stuff just like floating out there. I'm gonna pick this line and make that equal, make those 2 equal. I mean, it's not great to be picking from an existing feature, but it gets the job done for now. Through all reverse directions, so it comes towards us. And now, if we look at the circular pattern again, hey, there we go. They all fit together. I don't like that it's hollow back here, so I am going to tweak that, but for now this is a good start. Now I'm just going to have to figure out how I want to do this guy. Because I want to fill in the space back here. But can I do it in a way that's going to be easy to fit together? Yes, I totally can. I think. Yeah, okay. Watch this. 3D sketch. Line here, line here, line here. So yeah, I can just draw this all the way up to the midpoint. And then we have all of our stuff defined already. Oops, come on, horizontal please. To make this a long X. And I just realized I don't actually want these 2. I want them to look like this. I'm going to end up offsetting these surfaces in the end so that it's a little bit cleaner and it fits together well, but this sort of pyramid, sort of skewed up pyramid shape. So now we'll do a boundary boss, which isn't something that I really get to do all that often, but it's quite a lot of fun. So we'll do direction 1, I just pick all three of these guys and say okay. And I'm going to pick a whole bunch of lines individually to form the boundaries, and you do have to pick all of them because otherwise those edges won't be straight. And there you go, now you get your boundary boss. And if we come back and look at the circular pattern of the body, you can look at this from a just a slice right through and it's all solid. But, critically, evaluate, interference detection, calculate, no interferences. We can verify this with a quick treat coincidences interference, recalculate, and it'll show us 3 interferences where all the parts fit together, which is great. It means everything's working pretty much as expected. So now, offset surface. Oops, actually, I want to do a move face. I may end up moving this later down the tree, but we'll just start with like 0.1 millimeters, offset, and pick all the faces in here. And probably a flip direction too, because we don't want it to add more interference. That gives us a nice, easy, whole bunch of open space to clip everything together. So, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's come back up. So, I should clarify, it's not usually that easy to just kind of come up with how to fit parts together triply, but I'd been thinking about this a little bit ahead of time, and it seemed like this sort of triple division into this volume was going to be the easiest way to do it. So I can even do a quick revolved cut from this plane. And we'll do right plane. This will make sense in just a sec. Gonna draw an arc. Make that. Is that coincident with the origin? Whatever. It's coincident with something. Okay, concentric. There we go. And we'll just dimension this kind of randomly. Say 15 is probably good enough. Whoops. Not 45. 15. Okay. And I cannot flip side to cut because I'm dumb. So I have to fix this sketch. Oops. I'm gonna do the really lazy way. Reverse. Cap ends, lines. Make it like 200. And now I have all that area cut out. I really wish there was a reverse direction to cut for revolved cuts, but it's pretty esoteric as requests go. Grab that guy. And now you can see we've got some triple symmetry there. You can even tweak this internal diameter, or this internal radius here, like 12. And you can see that you're just looking in between the faces of these pyramids. Bring it out a little bit. And there we go. More nice rotational symmetry. So we'll get rid of that, just because it's just a temporary thing. Not super happy with this guy in here, and I'm not super happy with how this works. So what happens if I just move these faces? Oops, hang on, I still have to have faces picked. Still does that. It's not going to make that nice no matter what I do. Oh, I got messages. Who's messaging me? Nope, nothing important. That looks mostly okay. Still not happy with that stress concentration there, and I'll probably fix that with a dog bone. But this hypothetically would fit together. And these, we do a quick... Well, actually, I'd have to do this in assembly if I wanted to do... Let's do that. Let's back out of the circular pattern. Call this default, add a configuration, circularized. Then roll forward, configure feature. I want this suppressed in the default one. I want circularized at the bottom. Let's start with default and single arm, file, make assembly from part. IPS? Nah, millimeters. We're already working on music, so why not? So, single arm, pop that guy in, float him, and assign him to the origin. There we go. Circular pattern, circular component pattern. I'm going to pattern about the axis in this guy. Components to pattern, this one, equal spacing, 3 parts. Let's try and do an explode view. Explode steps. Yes, okay, that will easily slide in from the back and all 3 of them can slide together, so I don't really have to be worried about that. Now I just have to think about how I'm going to do the magnets. I think what I want to do is probably a hole here and a hole in the and a hole in here so that I can have the 2 magnets sort of pulling the pieces together. Well, but that's not really going to pull the parts together. Oops. Can I make this like a nice number? 20? Yeah, okay. Done. Pull this guy. 20. Done. It's been a little while since I've done exploded views. I think I could do it in the bases, so I'd have 1 magnet here going up into the face to grab here. So that would be a magnet sort of occupying this volume, then that would be a magnet here occupying that volume. And that would probably work, I think. As you can tell, I'm very certain of this. So let's collapse. Good lord, those interfaces are just gonna be gross. There's not really a way around it. So, back before the circular pattern. Don't like that move face very much. What happens if I move face just on these 2 guys? Makes that sort of gross bit there. Okay, maybe I have to do the move faces after I do the cutting out and cleaning up the fillets. That might make it look nice. So let's do that. Let's add some fillets. Doink. That's much too large. Let's try like 3. 2 maybe? Yeah, it's closer to about 2. Fill it in there. Around here and do an extruded cut on the front plane. So this is one of my favorite tricks that I've been using a lot lately. Adding in lines right here, making them equal in construction, and then you can just kind of fit your circle into place, and define your radius however big you want it to be, or define like. So I can make that 5 millimeters, or I could get rid of that dimension and I could say I want a dog bone that's, you know, like 1 millimeter depth, or I could have a dog bone that's 2 millimeters width. Lots of options when drawing it this way. Although I think what I want to do here is make it fairly small, so we're going to go with like 3 diameter. It's fine. Do through all, flip direction again, so that it comes back out. You know what? Kind of don't like having a separate circularized thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. Oops. Delete that configuration, and I'm just going to unsuppress this and roll it back as necessary. Okay, fillets. Gotta add a fillet in here, otherwise that looks gross. And that means we have to have clearance here. So we're gonna add a chamfer here. Let's see. Whoop, that's gonna grenade. That looks alright. Not amazing, but not terrible. It's maybe a little bit too large, actually. Let's try 1mm. Is it going to complain if I try and do all 3 of these? You know, not so bad. Certainly seen worse. We're just going to go ham with the chamfers, I think. Let's grab these back edges here. Oh, this is going to have to be a partial chamfer, actually, because... yeah, I'm going to have to sleep on that one a little bit for now. Tangent prop. Nope, tangent prop doesn't work. Oh, you know what? Not sure I want to cut out there. Not even sure I want to cut out there. It's a plot. She thickens. Okay, what's that look like with a circular pattern? Super gross. Need some chamfers on these ones. This looks nice, though. It's gonna have kind of a weird pocket in it, but that's pretty easily fixed. Move face. Oops. Just those 2, please. Flip direction. Grab that so it comes out nice. Yeah. Yeah. Almost like I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna add that move face in here too. Just give myself a little clearance on that edge. No, wait, I can send this one all the way through. I can send the one that goes... yeah, I can send this outer edge all the way through. Because that will just make it look nice and clean passing through that pocket, which is cool. I'm gonna check my phone because somebody's... nope, nothing fun. Still have to get this edge right here. But that's just gonna be so nasty. What if... can I do partial chamfers? Just to skip instances to vary. Whoops. Oh, I'm tweaking the pattern. Can you do... oh, you can do partial edge parameters. Hurrah! Okay, so we're going to grab this guy. And we're going to set him... let's see. Partial edge parameters on this one. Oops, I'm going to get rid of the partial edge parameters on that guy. I only want partial edge parameters on this one. So from the purple end, I want... I think it was the first dimension I placed, so I'm going to call it D1 at sketch 1 and hope that it... nope. D2 sketch 1? Nope. Oh, it's sketch 2. Okay. See if that's correct. Nope. It's D1 boss extrude 1, evidently. Oops. D1 boss extrude 1. Okay, that still looks kind of ugly. But it does look just marginally better. I think what I'm going to do right after that chamfer, extruded cut. We're going to go... I'm just going to do this the grossest way possible. I don't care. 3-point center rectangle. Make these guys square. Make that guy on that point. Drag this point over here. And then we'll just do a 45-degree draft. It's not 45 degrees? What angle does that make? Oh, 45 degrees is in, so I have to... hang on. I gotta do some math. This is going to be not 45 degrees, but a tangent square 2. Nope, too steep. Maybe it's 90 minus? Yeah, let's try 90 minus. Just keep doing guesses. Yeah! That's really gross. I hope nobody ever looks at that. But, we come back into the circular pattern now. Nice and clean. Cool. Yeah, well, I didn't expect to finish that so quickly. Could probably use a little bit more cleanup back there, just so that that looks nice. Now I have to figure out how big my magnets are, which means I gotta go search my Amazon purchase history. So I want a magnet centered in this pocket, and another magnet centered in this pocket. I think. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Search all orders, magnets. Alright, 6 by 3 millimeters, and I'm just going to take that completely at face value. So, extruded cut in the left plane, or right plane rather. Oh goodness, I forgot. Let's come up before all the fillets and cuts and things. Oh, this is even before the boundary too, so I can guarantee have... I can know for a fact that I'm going to have clearances in here. Or that I'll be well and clear. And have edges to reference. So we'll just put this guy, make him construction. Actually, let's make this one not construction and just do a quick offset entities. I'm not going to add dimensions, but if I make it like 5 mils off, and then make the offset construction, I can just make it tangent to all the lines in here, like a really lazy person would. Well, no, that's gross. That's not as good. What I'm going to do instead is... Oops. Come on. Draw a line between these two, and make the center of the circle the midpoint. Midpoint, this guy is... Ooh, I could do this with 3D sketches in a whole wizard instead. And then it's only one feature. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, no 3D... or no single passes here. And now I have to define a really weird custom hole. So, end conditions, it's going to be 3.2 millimeters deep. Symmetric, drill sizes. We're gonna go with 6.1, I think. Positions, 3D sketch. And now I can just, whoops, I inadvertently finished that. Oh, and it's done drill points at the bottom too, I don't want that. Can I turn that off? I think I can. Condition, blind. Yeah, I want at least the guaranteed depth. Positions, okay, I need to add... Make these two construction, and midpoint, so everything lines up where it should. I'm gonna end up needing to make multiple features anyway, because I want these to have a little bit of draft, and I want to have crush ribs. Or, you know, I could just wing it and do crush ribs anyway. Or hand draw them, I suppose. is 6.3. Whoops. Nope, that's a custom div now. That's not great. 6.3. Ooh, I can flatten out the bottom. So let's make this 160. Can I even do 180? That would be very cool. So it would be like drilling with an end mill, kind of. Yeah, flat surfaces, check it out. We can even do evaluate curvature, and those will show up as curvature 0, so we know there's no silly business there. I am a fan of that. Oop, one sec. Back before the circular pattern. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, no weird errors popping up. Things just cut cleanly. That's what you like to see. And if we do a quick... Let's do interference detection. Calculate. Oop, whoops. I don't want to treat coincidence as interference because I want to figure out. Yes, everything's all clear. I think I'm just going to print these tonight because that would be extremely cool. Oh, I forgot. I need magnets back here. So, let's start naming things. This is the 111 Control 3D sketch. This is the symmetry axis. Main arrow body. We'll go back before the circular pattern just so I can see the features a little easier. We've got this, which is the main interface cutout. Space filling pyramid. And these are the magnet holes. This fillet is arrow point fillets. I want to put that right after the main arrow, actually. Because that's kind of... This is really all main geometry stuff. Geometry. We've got this guy, which is a corner clearance cutout. We've got this guy, which is a pyramid fillets. And this is exterior chamfers. We've got chamfer finishing cut. And pyramid clearance. And I think what I'll do is I'll also remove the offset from this. In fact, I may even reverse it and make that a little tighter up there. Yeah, let's reverse that a little bit. But I think I have to do it before the exterior chamfers. Yeah, I should probably do it before the exterior chamfers. Offset. Wait, move face. We'll just bring this in like 0.3 and see how it looks. Tightens it up nicely. Interference detection still shows nothing, which is great. Yeah, that's everything. So we'll call this the circular symmetry check, or circular symmetry check pattern. I think that's what it's for. It's just there to check. It's not part of the final part, really. I still kind of want crushed ribs in here. Because that would be easier than, it would be a lot easier than epoxy them all into place, because I don't have any epoxy. But I can draw crush ribs, which are way easier. So this is the corner clearance declearance. Or, well, we'll call it the corner cutout declearance. Because That's a really straightforward name that nobody's going to question months down the line. Alright, so right after... we've got all this stuff, which is basically finishing features. So we're going to call these finishing features. So that seems nice and straightforward. Extruded boss. Let's convert this edge. And we're going to do... horrors of a circular sketch pattern. Parameters, I want it around this point, please. Thank you. I need 3 of them. Dimension radius, dimension angular spacing. Well, I don't suppose I need those, actually. Oh, well, they do help. Oops. Let's draw this up to the middle. Make it vertical. Coincident with the center. Figure out... I only want... well, I can just draw a circle in the middle here. Whoops, that's not right. Guess I do need that angle there. That's kind of annoying. What I'm going to do is draw a circle on the inside here. Use that as the... oops, make those tangent to that. And then just say... oh, I don't know how wide I want these. $15 degrees seems fine. Just get rid of all this extra stuff. And things are broken. Why have things broken? I didn't do anything. Why did it break? Okay, I'll just wipe it and start again. It's not that big a deal. This time I can do a little more carefully too. Sketch pattern around this point. And it used to pattern these guys. No, don't grab more arcs, just let me pattern around my dang point. Dimension radius. Actually, don't dimension radius, equal spacing, yeah, but it should be funny. Hey, yeah, look, came out nicely and nice and controlled. Works so much nicer when you do things right the first time. We'll do other direction and up to next. Ooh, I could add a little draft outward too. Probably not a good idea. Just gonna leave it as is. So now, copy and paste that onto this. You can just straight copy sketches, by the way. Super handy. There we go. And then it's done. I only learned about the ability to copy sketches, I don't know, within the last month. And it is crazy handy for features you want to duplicate, but you can't really do with patterns. Like this, there's only 2 features, so you're not really going to need to make more of them. Although, I think I do want this a little deeper. Because I want to add a little bit of fillet around it, and I'd like the fillet to be consistent throughout. So we're going to do a 0.4 millimeter fillet. Connect to the end loop too. might even that 5, 9 like 1. One 5.9. Okay. That is D1 sketch 10, D2 sketch 10. I'm gonna make this one match those ones. Well, actually, can I maybe just show both dimensions at the same time? I guess I can't really link dimensions across sketches, so that's a little bit fanciful, but... equals D2 at sketch 10. Whoops. Let me grab that other screen right there. Equals D1 at sketch 10. So now somebody will see the equation, they'll see it's related up here, and they'll go and change that one first, I hope. Upper magnet crush ribs. And lower magnet crush ribs. And then crush rib pocket fillets. Magnet features. How are we looking on symmetry? Magnets all hidden. Beautimus. Evaluate interference. Calculate. No interferences. Take a quick look at passing this through. Hang on, are those not coaxial? No, they're coaxial, okay. I was worried there for a sec. It does look like there's a 15-degree rotation though, and that's kind of annoying. So I'm going to take this guy and change him to be horizontal instead. We could do a cutout. Whoops, wrong direction. Intersection zone, other one please, thank you. Okay, now if we pull this back so that we're looking from the inside of one of the lower magnet holes. Those line up, I'm happy with that. Totally pointless, but, you know, you gotta, it's the little things, so. What else? I kinda wanna get rid of this jumper right here, actually. Let's do that. Whoops. Tweaking the pattern again. Does it blow up? No, it just persists. So I kind of have to have it if I want some semblance of nicety in there. That's alright, I can live with that. I should also note, if you look at the back of this, they're only on the wide faces, the magnets are, so like there's only one magnet, so I only need to worry about putting magnets up here. So come back up here one last time. Put him probably, oh, somewhere right in between here-ish. Also gonna move this, move these arrow fillets into the finishing features. Doesn't seem like it moved anything, so we're good there. That will let me come back up to the magnet features, and then I can use this. Whoops, hang on. Nope, okay, that's fine. Then I can use this to center a magnet pocket in the back side of this part and make that as stiff as I can. I'm gonna do this. Got an idea. Extruded cut from the back plane. Well, we'll do it on the front plane, but it'll be facing back, so. Let's make that guy. Now I gotta kind of guesswork how I want to do this. Let's draw a line right here. No, that's not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all. We pretty much have to do this starting with a center point arc. What? Oh, center point arc, please. Center point arc, please. We're gonna draw it like this, and then we can draw tangent relations. Oops. Oops. Now it's not tangent. Draw a line between these two guys, make it horizontal. Select the midpoint of this guy, and select this guy. Midpoint. Symmetric. Equal. Things just shaping right up. I can make these two tangent. Whoops, that should be horizontal. Make this 6.1 or 6.2. No, did I do? What did I do? 6.3. So we'll make these 6.3 here as well. Then I need to shrink these in. And we'll give this a nominal, say 1 millimeter. That's fine. Then I need well, I think I have to clone all these arcs first before I do the cutouts on their backside to make them look nice, so we'll just do that. Oops. Instant. And vertical. 5.9. Wait. Oh, that's a radius. That's why that's so big. Other... Oops. Let's just do right-click, display options. Display as diameter. Now, 6.3. There we go. Much better. Make this 1 as before. Okay. Circular sketch pattern. Yeah. Just gonna pick the entity first and then the point. Make that 3. Looks good to me. Drag them around, make sure they fit in space. There we go. All 3. Pick the line and mirror. Whoops. That got really weird. I just wanted to pick you 3 and then mirror. There we go. Cool. Easily mirrored. And then we'll just trim the back sides of these. So it then can be done as one even cutout. And I'll make it the oh, whoops. Oh no, that's right. Okay. Blind. I think it's gonna be, oh, I have no idea what dimension it's gonna be. We'll just leave it at 9 for now and then go figure out what to make it equal. It is whole depth at sketch 9. So this guy holds whole depth at sketch 9. What? Okay, no, that's right. Yeah, we're good. Do the same fillets as before. Actually, I can just put this guy before the fillets and do the fillets all at once. These are going to be backside magnet pockets and crush ribs. Magnet pocket and crush ribs, because it's kind of an all-in-one operation. We'll call those magnet pockets too, just for consistency's sake. Grab the face, grab the edge, and then the end loop edges. Perfect. Let me bring this down to like 0.8 so it's a little sharper in there. I still want these to have some clearance between them, just for nicety's sake, I suppose. Yeah, that looks great. I could probably print this now. But the only filament I have is gray, so... It does look kind of like an Easter Island head, doesn't it? Yeah. So let's crush this down. I'm gonna leave that suppressed in this, and then do... Ooh, I need the text, too. So let's do some text features. just do it right on there. I can draw a line, make that construction, and then do some text. I have to make this equal to something, so we're going to do this axis letter. Oh, you know what? I have to make the equation first. Axis letter. X. I wonder if I can make that just text. Press no to return to the dialog. SolidWorks. Text in equations. Actually, I guess I could do this with properties. Per configuration properties. Custom. Okay. Yep. Okay. Got to do this with design tables. So just add that so it's there. Delete global variable because we can't use it, but we can use insert design tables. Apparently, they're in here somewhere. Tables, design table. Auto create seems fine. That's all stuff. Shouldn't have closed the... okay, I have to add props. Default table for single arm. Oh, wait, I still haven't changed the... Why is it called single arm? Oh, because that's what it's called. Configuration name Y. Add configuration Z. We'll add a rebuild on save mark. So that way it always saves when I rebuild. This is going to be the text cut sketch. Seems fine. And now I have to figure out how to do design tables. Cool. Design table. Edit table. Design table. Okay. Updating design table. Color description. What if I just added the name? Hang on, can I do that? Configuration name as property. Configuration name property SolidWorks. Okay, it's got to be $PRP at and the name of the property. So that's weird and horizontal. PRP at axis name. Cool. Now I just need to do some text. Oops, gotta open the sketch first. Text, please. Axis name? Prop axis name? SolidWorks properties in text. Oh, maybe it's gonna be capitalized. Maybe it's gonna have quotes around it? I don't know, man. Let's just pick that and get it at least kind of... Not document font, though. We want it a lot larger. Probably 20 millimeters high. That'll be fine once it's actually working, but... goodness. Oh, wait, is that linked? Oh my god, it is totally just linked to property. I'm dumb. Property name, axis name, okay. Single arm Z, sign table, oops, edit table. Yep, I just forgot to fill it out. X, Y, Z. Cool. Hey, there we go. Almost like I know what I'm doing. But not actually, because I definitely don't. Let's find like Arial or something. Arial rounded empty bold. That one's got a good chance of not causing any weird issues. Oh, gotta exit sketch first. Yeah! Are we underdefined at all? Oh, we are still underdefined. Okay, so we have a point floating in space somewhere. That line is not horizontal. Oh, it went to the midpoint rather than horizontal. That's weird. Okay, I can't figure out how to get that to play nice, so I'm gonna link this to a sheet property again and go through the rigmarole. Don't use document font, use Arial around it. Bold. 16 mils, I think. Is that on the right side? That is on the right side, yeah. Oh, it's still... Oh, it did just generate at the origin, but it didn't make itself coincident. That's annoying. I think, Toby, in the event that you end up watching this later down the line, you totally called that on my last video. That's exactly what I did, is I forgot to drag that point, so... Let's do that with... let's... Not an extruded boss, but, well, maybe an extruded boss. Maybe it'd be nice to have it be tactile instead. Yeah, let's try 0.4 millimeters. 45-degree chamfer. Yeah. Whoops. Positive text, and I forgot to configure it. And it's suppressed everywhere, so unsuppress that. X, Y, Z. Yeah! I am a fan. That works pretty well. I almost maybe want cut in text more though, because it usually looks nicer. I don't know why. Same thing though, just 0.4 draft, maybe only 30 degrees, I think a little steeper. Text cut, and figure feature, make sure it's not suppressed. I got a million messages right now. Nope, okay. Nothing important, fortunately. That looks super snazzy. Make a quick cross-section here. Got the text, we got all the magnets. Nice. And then we can have... I'll do the symmetry check. We can have the world's most useless... time to go buy some red, green, blue filament. Because printing it as 3Cs would be very, very pointless. Delightfully pointless, I think is the best way to put that. And very easily printable on the backside, too. Yeah. Alright, let's single arm, go take a look at the assembly and save this as the... Whoops, that's not going to save in the right spot. Cartesian... 1Z and 2N. Yeah, a little useless with 3Z legs. Triple leg assembly. Okay. We'll get rid of this circular pattern and clone this. Oh, I can just make the axes. That's kind of cool. And do really weird stuff, like I want this to match up with this guy. This one to match up with this guy. What? Oh, whoops. I got that all backwards. Did I? Hang on. What am I doing? Yeah, I got that all goofed up. Mate, coincident, all good. Symmetry axis. Made that to the first one, symmetry axis again. Just, I mean, the more correct way to do that would be to add a separate axis in the assembly and control it that way, but I'm just not going to. Cool. Okay. Save. Shift X that down. Let's see, I want this guy to be X. This one should be in the Y configuration. That makes this guy Z. And we'll make that in the right order. X, Y, Z. Cool. I'm gonna go do some extra silliness now and make this have some sense of color, at least. Still getting messages. Okay, X, I'm gonna make red, just because red. Appearance. Let's go to pastels. Red, yeah. Oh, wait, why did it not... Oh, that's right, because my display states are not tied to my configurations, so I have to go look at my display states and go back to default display state 1. X, actually this is Y, but properties, here we go, link display states and configurations. So this one's now Y. It's now Z and X. So now I can come over here, edit appearance, change it to a pastel green. It'll look just fine, and then come over to Z, change color, pastel blue. Now I should be able to cycle back through them. They all have their own right color. Yeah! And even better, it's kinda out of phase with the one that's built into SolidWorks, because Z should be pointing upwards. I don't care. The fact that SolidWorks does it with Y as the upright axis messes with my head all the time. In fact, that's why I have, if we go back and look here, I have a 3D printing towards that's set by default to have XYZ more like upright machine axes for a 3D printer. Still places the origin at the origin, but if you export it in the right coordinate system, then designing things upright in SolidWorks comes out with files that are upright in Cura, which is nice. So hide that, get rid of that. Yeah, I think the only thing left to do now is I need to go buy some red, green, blue filament. Find a friend with some. Start printing these and selling them, because these are, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I think these are way nicer than anyone else has put out, so. Here's what I can do. I can see if this breaks when, see if this breaks if I change the main geometry at all. So if I make this narrower, like 16, nope, that works just fine. I do want 20 or 18. 18 or 20 though. Whoops, that breaks something. Oh, nope, it does break something. Oh, I need to make that half the width, because I made some assumptions that... Or half the width or less is what I have to make it, but I could also just not and leave it as is, because these dimensions are just fine, so... Suppress that. I should probably configure that feature too and make sure it's not unsuppressed anywhere. Yep, okay. Suppressed everywhere, all good. Shrink all this back up. We got the control sketch, we got the symmetry axis, we got the printing chords, we got the text cut, we got finishing features. And we have a triple leg assembly, which has magnets, external and interior. All you need to make this thing is 12 6mm by 3mm magnets. I'm pretty stoked about that, honestly. And that looks real nice. And there's some clearance, so these are gonna... Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Actually, I might want clearance on that face. Whoops. Finishing... pyramid clearance. Yeah, I want a little more clearance on that face. Because I'm okay with some translation up, because that won't interfere with making this chamfer look nice. But any problems here could cause problems with making that chamfer look nice. Which is, of course, unacceptable. Just trying to think. Yeah, okay. I think that'll come out nicely enough. It'll fit together well without causing any weird problems. So, yeah, I don't really have... actually, hang on. What orientation were these printed in? X, Y... Okay. If you look... Yeah, if you look at the example part, which I'll make real big here for a sec. The X does have the weird... Everything is sideways so that you can put it in any orientation you want, which is good. That's what I want. Maybe I should even make those a little bit thinner. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a little thinner. Put that. Let's make this like 80%. Yeah, I think that does look a little bit better. X is maybe a little worse, but that's just because the tips are kind of weird. But I don't know. Small price to pay for making sure that the visual clarity of it is... Whoops. Left it rolled back. What? I didn't leave it rolled back. None of this is in rollback state. What are you on about? Roll something back by accident? That's weird. More messages, man. Okay. Let me try rolling it back temporarily and unrolling it back. That fixed it. Okay. SolidWorks just being weird. I almost want to add a little bit of like an indicator for rotational direction, like right-hand rule, but that would make more sense with a cylindrical arrow, and because these are rectangular and that's just the way that I decided to draw them, I think it would be kind of a huge pain to change that now. Maybe a future build, perhaps, but I don't think that one's gonna get tweaked. Yeah, I'll save that for a V2 someday. Alright, well, I don't have anything else clever to add. Thank you, all 3 viewers, for coming and saying hello. If you liked this video, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. What else? I'll probably put this up on Thingiverse eventually. I don't know how soon, just because I haven't been super active. I mean, I drew up the Mi Band watch stand again and made some tweaks of that like a week ago, and I haven't put those up yet. I just have been kind of busy, so I will get this up eventually. If you have any questions about how I designed it or how, like, suggestions for how to improve it, I'd always appreciate those, and you can post those in the comments as well. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. Thanks for coming. Have a nice night. Boink.